Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. So today we will be taking a look at the Practical Tarot Wisdom with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So this is a US Games deck. It is a smaller deck, and what's special about it is, if you can see, for each card you already have like practical advice. So you have the image of the Rider-Waite-Smith on the left side and practical advice on the right. So opening it up, so it's just a two-piece box, standard two-piece box. You have the title card and you have a card that shows a spread that you can use. So these are the backs of the cards. And cardstock, it's not completely matte, but it is more matte than glossy. It snaps back really well. In comparison to a standard tarot size, it is this big. And of course, you'll notice that it is in landscape. So there is no guidebook for this, but as you can see, you already have the meanings, or well, not necessarily the meanings, but more of a advice that you can use if you pick this particular card. So I'll zoom in so you can take a look at all of the cards. Alright, so now let's take a look at all of the cards. So if you would like to read the text in more detail, please feel free to slow down or to pause this video. The images are just typical Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, using the Radiant Rider-Waite, which means the colors are a little bit bolder than the original RWS. I do like the color. I do like this particular version of the RWS, so I appreciate that it's the one used in this particular deck. And I think that it's a great deck to bring if you're traveling, because you can read it as a normal tarot, but since you have practical advice for each of the cards, you can also use it like an oracle deck, or like a daily pull, or even like a journal prompt. And I really like it because of that. So I was pleasantly surprised by this deck when I got it. So initially I was thinking it would be more of like a learning tool or like a flashcard of sorts, but it's been more of a daily pull kind of a card for me. And it's whenever I'm feeling lazy and I don't really want to think too much, I just pull a card from this deck, and you know, there's no effort needed to just read the message and see what resonates with you. My camera is not focusing. So I'll just focus it whenever I notice that it's losing focus, whenever I switch cards. But if you will be bringing this, if you'll be taking this with you when you travel, because of the box is just a standard two-piece box like this. Sometimes it does open up, so be sure to like put it in a pouch, or put a rubber band over the box, just to make sure that the cards won't be the box would suddenly open and the cards would just go all over the place. So I think this is great for beginners, for those who are interested in tarot but might not really be as invested to learn all about it, because you can really just pick a card and you already get something, and you can already get a message from the deck. It can also be used by more experienced readers. I think it's a great way to to incorporate advice or wisdom, practical tarot wisdom into your readings. And it's really just a very easy deck to use, and I think that's the thing I like the most about it. When I don't have the energy to think or to really focus, it's a go-to for me. Or even when or late in the evening before I go to sleep, or when I wake up. It's just, you know, when the inspiration to pull a card strikes. I like pulling from this deck. Oh no, it's really not focusing. I don't know why. Yeah. I like pulling from this deck because it's really very practical, very easy to read. And I was actually tempted to get the Radiant Rider-Waite in a tin, but now that I have this, it scratched that itch, for lack of a better term, and I don't really need to buy that deck anymore because I already have the images here, and yeah, I don't need to add another RWS into my collection at this time. And then going to the last suit, we have the Pentacles. And then later on, we'll just shuffle and take a closer look at the message on the card that we pick. My camera is really struggling today. You have the Queen and the King. Alright, so I zoomed out so we can see how this shuffles. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I like to riffle shuffle my decks. Now this deck is an exception because I can't. It's really quite stiff, so I can barely riffle it. And that would usually be a deal breaker for me, but in this case, I don't mind side shuffling this deck. It's very easy to side shuffle. It has the right amount of slip in the cards that makes it very pleasant to shuffle this way. And the card size, since it's a bit smaller than a standard tarot, it's not difficult to handle. And even though I do prefer riffle shuffling my decks, I don't mind in this case to just side shuffle it, overhand it until a card jumps out. It's actually quite a relaxing experience. So, okay, so let's just see if a card wants to be read, and then we can focus on that message since there's no actual guidebook included in this deck. Oops. Alright, so we'll read for this one the Three of Wands. Okay, so the message is here. Anticipation can be enjoyable as long as you combine action with the waiting. Know that you've put things into motion. Don't waste time watching. This is the perfect moment to start the next project. And keep the momentum flowing. Rotating crops bring a better harvest because you are continually planning. So if you were to call the standard meaning for the Three of Wands would be like waiting for your ship to come in. But the practical wisdom or advice that you have here is that aside from waiting, you also have to prepare for whatever is to come. And I think, it's just very easy, very practical. You can apply it to your work, to your daily life. And I'm just really charmed by this deck. And I wasn't expecting to be as charmed by it, but I am. It is mass market, so it is readily available. And yeah, if you think that the idea is cool like I do, then you can consider checking it out and picking it up. I got my copy from Amazon. And if you like this video, don't forget to click on the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos at least once a week, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!